Hi everyone, I'm going to talk a little bit about our art remake project and show you some apps that you can use. So I have a folder full of them. Some that I recommend that you use is Pixlr, Pixlr-O-Matic, Shutterfly, Photofox, Bazaart, and Prisma. I'm going to focus a little bit more on Photofox, Prisma, and Bazaart and show you some things you can do with that. So first off, with Prisma, this one's really simple to start with. And remember that I kind of want you to, use at least 2 apps for this. When you open up Prisma, first of all, if you haven't used it before, it'll keep begging you to, upgrade to premium. Just keep clicking out of all that. Same thing with Bazaart and Photofox. Though they are free to use, there's just some premium features. So you're going to pick a piece of artwork. I've got George's lovely sketchbook cover here that I had with me. You can try and fit all or most of the artwork in there, or you can focus in on a specific area and take a picture. I'm going to focus in on this area, take the photo, and then it brings you to this. Basically what Prisma does is it turns your artwork into another style of artwork. So there's a daily one that changes every day that you can choose to use. You can click on any of these other ones to see what they look like. It just changes the filter and turns it into something else. And right here it's glitching up a little bit. But I'm just going to go ahead with Shark and save that. So if you hit save, it should save to your photo library. And that's pretty much all that one does. But as you can see, it makes it look pretty cool. There's a mosaic one that you can do. So it's pretty nice. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is Bazaart. And really this is just a lot of templates, kind of like Canva if you've used it. You can create greeting cards and announcements and stuff like that. But down at the bottom is collage art, which I think is pretty fun. So you can choose one of those templates. I'm going to click on this one and hit edit. And as you touch different areas, it'll pop up and you can change those things about it. So I'm first going to change the background, so just hitting the picture itself. And if you click on edit and replace, you can replace that photo with that. And you can use both of your fingers to kind of stretch and pull that and adjust it to where you want it to be. All right, from there, you can click and also replace these little things about it as well. So I could replace it with flowers, a squirrel. When I was playing around with it earlier, I replaced it with a clock because I thought that would be kind of fun to have lots of little clocks floating around. Now they have this one set up to be kind of blurry. I believe there is something in here that you can change that on. There's so many different settings to play around with. I did see something about like the focus and stuff like that earlier, but I cannot remember where it's at. Oh, here it is, blur. See? I thought I saw something. So you can adjust that if you wanted to. And you can also do some cool things, like you can make an outline around objects and change the color of them if you wanted to. So that's just something that might be fun to play around with in terms of making a collage. And this little icon on the top right-hand corner, that is how you save it. So you hit Save Image and it'll save it to your photos. And then Photofox, here, see it's asking me to buy the premium. Just click the X. That's something that I was playing around with earlier. So I'll just go ahead and save it. That's another thing I was playing around with earlier, just kind of fooling around with some brushes and layering. This one's cool because you can make layers. So if I started out with this, you can first of all do your basic adjustments with contrast, like with that you would do with normal photo editing. But you can, if you see the purple plus sign, that's layering. So you can add another image or a fill. So you could do like a pattern of some sort. If you decide that you want to delete a layer, you can press it and drag it down to the delete. But if you have two layers, you can hit the blending button and combine the two of them together, which is kind of a fun trick. And you can move them around and stuff like that. Brushes are also fun to work with. There's some like this one here. That you can just kind of like with your finger add on top of it. And you can just use a regular brush as well, but there's some options on that that's kind of cool. If you see something with a star, that means it's not free. So anything you choose, make sure it's a free option. Well, I'm struggling a little bit here. So that's just something cool that you can do. Now, I obviously didn't put a whole lot of time and thought into these. I was just showing you some tricks. What else can we do here? Oh, there's also filters that you can add to it. And when you get finished, then you hit the arrow up at the top to save it, just like normal. You can crop it, so if there's part of this that you don't like or want to adjust that, you can. So yeah, so I want you to have fun with this. Again, you can take one piece of art and do multiple photos and combine them. You can take one photo and mess around with it like I did on this one. You can take two of your pieces of artwork and combine them together in a cool way. Sky's the limit on this. I just want you to play around with it and have fun. And these don't take very long, so I would recommend making a few different ones and picking your favorite to turn in as your final piece. So have fun, and if you have any questions or issues, then just let me know.